criminal system has had a disparate impact on black and brown communities. Let me lead with that. So when this person is committing 6 or 7 crimes, I don't know his or her story. Maybe they were abused as a child. Maybe they're hungry. So my remedy is to find their life story to see how we could help first. I have no desire to put them in jail, but I need to protect you, and that's the calibration that we...
Okay, here we go again, and strap in because we are diving headfirst into the steaming pile of progressive paradise that is Seattle, where the mayor, Bruce Harrell, this walking TED Talk on empathy gone feral, drops a gem like, oh, you know, whether this guy's committed 7 or 8 crimes, that's not the issue to me. I need to know his life story. Maybe he was hungry. Maybe mommy didn't hug him enough. Now pass the kale smoothie while we hug it out for him. We must find the equilibrium between protecting the public and understanding and protecting the criminal perp. Equilibrium, bitch, please. That's not equilibrium. That's a god-darn teeter-totter where the criminal's on one end, fat and happy, and the public is dangling off the other like a Trump piñata at a BLM block party, just waiting to get whacked. Guys, as we get started, please thumb up the video, thumb it up right now. Simple thing to ask for the algorithm. Subscribe if you're new and leave me a comment. As we fondly remember Irina Zaruska's murderer, Carlos Brown Jr., this walking felony factory, who was released 14 times on serious charges because the system is too busy finger painting rainbows on his rap sheet to actually, lock his ass up permanently. Caring system, they call it. Caring. It's like if PETA ran the jails and decided that rabies was just a cry for help. That dog foaming at the mouth there, he's misunderstood. Let him run. Release him. This guy's out there, fresh off his umpteenth get out of jail free card. He hops on a train in Charlotte. That's Seattle's cousin in chaos. And he stabs this sweet Ukrainian girl, Irina, repeatedly in the neck. Dead. Gone. And what does he do during his victory lap? I got that white girl. I got that white girl. He brags like he's the MVP of some twisted episode of Survivor BLM edition. 14 times that he was released. That's not a revolving door. That's a goddarn lazy Susan spinning criminals back onto the streets. And the victims? Oh, they're just collateral damage in the grand opera of suicidal empathy, a term coined by Professor Gad Saad so perfectly because it describes exactly what's going on. So, yes, thank you, Dr. Freud, while you're therapizing the stabber about his inner child who was so hurt, while the rest of us are out there dodging the outer knife. And this shit is happening ad nauseum across America. From shoplifting safaris in San Francisco to the carjacking carnivals of Chicago. Come tourists, come all, experience it in real time, pay enough, and we'll take you on one of our nefarious runs. It's like the whole country's auditioning for a reboot of The Purge, but with more pronouns and fewer consequences. And why? Because you've got to flash those progressive bona fides, right? You've got a virtue signal against so much real-world friction that your Birkenstocks catch fire. But still, even when you see the flame appearing, you scream, it's nuanced. We're protecting the public and the perp. You see, we can multitask. Bullshit. The number of times a felon's broken the law is the issue, you sanctimonious twats, because at some point you can bet your house in a Vegas sports book that the rabid dog is gonna bite again. Even when they carve up an innocent life like it's mincemeat pie night. Nah, let's circle back to the felon's feelings. Was he triggered by capitalism? Did the patriarchy, make him a little bit stabby? Meanwhile, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is flipping you the bird from the top. Security, MFers. Physiological needs primero, first. We're talking food, shelter, not getting shanked on the light rail. But no, these social justice sorority girls are all equity, just exactly as they've been programmed to. While your family's Maslow pyramid turns into a Jenga tower of terror. What it is a psyop so massive, it has all of these well-to-do lefties drooling like they've been roofied by their own NPR podcasts. Oh, honey, the criminals are just misunderstood entrepreneurs of the underclass, and I'm sticking to it. Or in defense of looting, which was publicized on NPR itself. And by the way, if by entrepreneur you mean boosting an iPhone from the mail, well, okay. They've convinced all these laptop liberals safe behind their moated McMansions, programming their next TEDx flop, that this, my friends, is what you call peak compassion. Meanwhile, the real world, it's the shopkeepers, the strivers, the schmucks pouring their life savings into a little bodega dream, watching it evaporate. Because some blue-haired council member decided that theft under $950 a day is not a crime. No, it's called redistribution. What it is legalized looting in defense of looting. This is the book appearing and manifesting in real life. And with that, stores are boarding up faster than a vampire at a garlic festival. Eggs under lock and key. Deodorant in plexiglass coffins. But it's for the marginalized. Yeah, marginalize your ass. It's what it is, in fact, is marginalizing the mom and pop who can't afford the shrinkage, the euphemistic term applied to theft, any longer. Go eke out a living. More like eke out a prayer that the smash and grab crew doesn't turn your store into a TikTok challenge. Because the fact is that nothing that these revolutionary peddles works. Zero, nada, zilch. What they do is they juke the crime stats like a bad Las Vegas magic act. Look, ma, no hands, no theft. At least none reported because the police aren't going to do anything about it. People stop reporting because why bother? It's like calling the Ghostbusters for a shoplifter. They show up, ectoplasm and paperwork, and poof, gone. Or they merely downgrade felonies to misdemeanors faster than a Kardashian downgrades a marriage. Crime, my friends, it's down 15%. It's our wet dream. Our policies work, is what they crow. While the streets are, in fact, a Mad Max wet dream. Juked stats, my friends. Pure Wire, the show, BS.
Juking the stats. Excuse me? Making robberies into larcenies, making rapes disappear. You juke the stats and majors become colonels.
And Bruce Harrell, this guy's presiding over Seattle's slow motion dumpster fire like it's intentional urban acupuncture. Just a few more needles of nonsense and poof, we'll have nirvana. At this point, I have to wonder, and leave it in the comments what you guys think. Do you think that he might be on China's payroll? Because what we're talking about is Lao Tzu's art of war whispering in his ear. Win without firing a shot. So what we do, we promote the idiots, we psyop the sheep, flood the elite with status points for repeating our stupidity and strategies that are proven not to work. We will then support the Stabbers Therapy Fund. Get 10,000 likes from your TED cohorts. They don't ride public transit. That's why they do it. They're uber black to their echo chambers. So yeah, let DeCarlos Brown Jr. loose. It's not their daughter bleeding out on the 7 train. Wake up, you virtue vampires. Your caring is killing us. One empathetic excuse at the time while you get golf claps. I say security first, or we'll all become rabid dogs, in the end snarling at each other, while the real wolves laugh from the penthouse, from the great country that they've destroyed, without, as Lao Tzu would say, firing a single shot. Except, of course, at Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump and their political enemies. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Peace.